Okay, welcome back everyone. We're here watching another turn resolution of War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is Friedrich with the Allies on October 13, 1942 to see if we can do some duds, I guess, is what we're seeing, what we can do. Check this out. See? So we can't hit an AK. Well, we do hit an AK. Okay, we did hit it. All right, so I can't complain. A dud, in my opinion, a dud is better than a miss because, and look at this. I'm surprised he missed. So a dud, in my opinion, a dud is better than a miss because at least our crew is doing something. Misses just frustrate me because I just don't understand how it's so easy to miss. I would think our crews by now would have some amount of experience or training. Anyway, so we're not getting anywhere with these sub chasers. Maybe they get better later in the war, but these sub chasers haven't. So much for sub chasers. They haven't been that successful in doing anything for me so far against subs. So apparently we're just like sending everything against this cargo ship. But again, our Dutch, I don't have the time, but I would love to do an analysis on the success rate of my subs and maybe the Japanese subs too, and say, what's the most successful subs this war? It may be the Dutch. Now the Japanese have had, and that sinks, but maybe the Japanese have had their own success because of sinking our ASW assets. But these Dutch subs have knocked out a lot of cargo ships. And maybe even tankers. But anyway, let's look here. We're still hitting Tungu here. Now he has Nicks and he decided to use them against bombers, but in a night fighter capacity, and they don't really succeed here. But we also don't get any. Now it is thunderstorms, but we don't get any damage into the base. Nor do these Wellingtons. Okay, Liberator 2s, which is, again, B-24s, and still nothing. Alright, a little bit of damage here at Tungu. One runway hit there at Pegu. Now I'm trying to remember. It seems like I was bombing Mole Mine, but looks like all the effort was there at Pegu and Tungu. Anyway, yeah, we could have hit Pegu or Mole Mine. I opted for Pegu because it's where his main base of operations, where he's got his supply path running through and so forth. And so my hope was to disrupt that, but we'll see. And also I was hoping he still had those fighters there. But you can see here, he either still has them there and we just completely whiffed, or he moved them. I'm going to guess he moved them out. But we do damage his ground forces here and the base quite a lot. You can see, well, some supply hits, not a lot. So that'll feel like no damage whatsoever to him, but that was my choice, and I went with it. The threat, the dual threat of being able to hit Pegu or Mole Mine probably means both bases were prepared, and neither one probably had any air units parked there. so I don't feel too bad about it. Now, see, if this was a Japanese sub, that would have been, like, destroyed. Anyway, these are hitting above us, so we're just gonna move on. Now, watch this, by the way. Right there, boom. Now, here's the thing. We'll look at this after. I'll just briefly show you the effect of that torpedo. And we'll continue. Alright. Okay. Somebody found something. Alright. So you see here we've got fighter cover. This is our battleship bombardment group. We've got fighter cover here. These are our carriers flying cap. And we've got cap coming from Rangoon to cover these. But look at this. This is completely unguarded, unprotected. And you just saw the combat, if you were watching over here on the right side of the screen. They completely miss these three cruisers. But still, this was frustrating because, oh, carrier support unable to supply air cover. Okay. Anyway, we did not supply air cover, and so these were on their own, but fortunately they missed. Now, so he doesn't target the battleships where there's fighter cover, he targets the cruisers where there's none, and so I thought that was very interesting. But anyway, moving on, he's still bombing here in northern China. As well as still trying to beat up Wen Chao. Okay, Horn Island, which is gonna maintain the pressure there, because the fact that it's a size, what, 3 or 4 base, I just don't, he doesn't need to be parking fighters or bombers there. So I'm not gonna stop doing this until I either retake it or take enough of this that he doesn't bother with. Now I could say that's fine. Let him use this base. Look at this, another Oscar destroyed. I could say let him use this base and then let it starve, but he may have enough supply here to keep an air unit there or multiple air units. But you can see here 4 supply hits. That can't be good. Alright, we're still flying here with limited bombers because we are, as you saw from the prior day, we are taking some serious damage. So let's see if we can succeed here or survive where we didn't yesterday. 2 runway hits. Let's see. Alright, we're hitting Tulagi from Luganville, okay? But in Denny we're reaching all the way to Shortlands. So that's why these bombers are hitting Tulagi. And I do have to keep the pressure on Tulagi because he will rebuild it. He repairs it rather quickly. Okay. Spotted another. Okay. So here he comes again. Same hex. And he totally overlooks my. But look at this. I'm going to get some Okay, so the flak helps, but the coquina does take a torpedo. And more? 3. I think 3 torpedoes. The Garmula, 1, 2. Okay, that's gonna sink. 3. The Coquina and the Garmula do sink. Okay, now I have a lot of cargo ships here, right? So that's gonna be fine. I'll be fine. I don't like. I'm not being flippant about it. I don't like losing any of these, but we will be fine. The battleships and carriers are going to get out of here, but I'm going to have the cap here to protect those cargo ships. If he wants to keep targeting my cargo ships, actually, I think he's going for my battleships. I think he turned on his bombers to go after my battleships, but they chose, because the naval attack is the AI chooses, and I think they chose to hit the go after the cargo ships, and so the battleships didn't get hit. He probably would rather have gone after the battleships if he had a choice. On the other hand, I mean, sinking cargo ships is valuable to keep the supply out of the base. Alright, there's nothing I can do about these dot bases behind the lines. Now this was a particularly deadly counter battery fire. So yeah, he loses quite a few troops, and we lose a lot less. Okay, so he is doing an attack here. We got very depleted with bombings and bombardments. Apparently I was caught off guard and had not well, of course I had no idea he was going to attack, but I did not recombine these, and they were knocked out of the hex. Alright, here's us bombarding. This is, of course, Burma. So here we are bombarding him in these different spots. At Tungu, bombardment. We're actually inflicting some casualties now. Alright, some backwater, as sometimes I mention it. Backwater expansions. Some of these felt like, well, Balboa didn't, but Nadi felt like a frontline base. But now it's certainly backwater, and it's upgrading it is still good. We can use the victory points. I may skip the loss or the damage phase. Let me take a look again and we'll see. But it looks like we got a few assets this turn, so that's good. Especially these USN, essentially CBs. So that's always nice. And the Soviet unit. Because I promised, here's the Royal Sovereign that was hit by a torpedo, a sub-torpedo at that. 17 system, 35 flotation, and should be fine. And it's not slowing it down much. And we'll give it air cover and take it back to base to repair. And one last thing, just so you can see, this is not doing too well either. It may just outright sink. But again, I'm not giving up on it. Probably foolish, but I'm not saving a lot by scuttling it. Let's just see how it plays out. Alright, moving on. There wasn't enough air-to-air stuff to talk about, so let's jump into the 14th. Alright, now I'm back from my vacation. This is the first turn that I'm watching that I haven't seen since the 11th So 11th, 12th, 13th, I had run through, done my turn, turned it, returned it. So this is all new to me. So of course the Toowoomba, I'm surprised did not sink because, well, we've been having bad luck with these kind of things. But hey, we actually hit, okay. Oh, taking on water. So that was actually a pretty damaging hit. So the I-32, he must have gone back and repaired it. So I don't know if you remember, we had damaged this ship pretty badly over by Colombo, and it's still in the war. We were told we sank it, and then we were told we didn't. And now it looks like we did some significant damage to it. Now it doesn't say heavy damage, so I don't know. But hey, enough to probably send it back. And the Sunfish actually gets a Mark 14 into the Umimaru. 2 torpedo hits, that should sink it. Yep. And now we have a Dutch sub, which surprisingly misses. These guys have been my tried and true boats all war, so it is what it is. Alright, we have some straying, night bombing still. I'm trying to hit mole mine because I'm tired of that base also existing. Alright, but we are hitting Tungu as we do. Okay. Essentially no damage here, it looks like. Well, there is thunderstorms, and of course night, 32% though. So we are starting to get some more moonlight, but you know, when you're dealing with thunderstorms, there's not much you can do about that. Alright, we're heading all the way to Mole Mine with these Liberator 2s. We do destroy a Nate, but we don't get anything into the base. Now here's some Wellingtons. I think the weather is bad all around, right? Oh, this is only a light rain. I say only, but you know, usually with light rain you can still get away with some decent hits. Alright, these are our B-24s, American bombers. Yeah. We're not as successful. We don't have full groups making it here. So we're just not getting anything into the base. Ooh, some more Liberator 2s. Let's see if we can get some bombs into it. Nope, still nothing. Man, I wanted to at least get some bomb, 2 or 3 bomb hits. Okay. So I noticed too, he hasn't been night bombing lately. Maybe he's resting his aircraft for something epic. Alright, we're supposedly beginning to unload there at Rangoon. At least that's how it looks. Here's the whale. Of course we're gonna miss. We don't have Japanese subs and crews, so we can't hit these sub chasers. It's just not meant to be. We should be, yeah, we're good. This is above our sub, so we'll just push on. Alright, now we got some air action going, so what are we gonna have today? Well, I know what we're gonna have on our side. We have the usual heavy bombings. I mean, not much more than that to do at this time. Okay, so we're sighting some things. Maybe he's sighting some things. I don't know. But here we go. This is a sweep over his troops here. I do have more aircraft coming. This is one wave. I don't know how we'll do, but these are higher defensive pilots, so let's see how we do. This may be a while. Actually, let's watch it for half a minute because I'm curious how we do. I'm not sure what happened. Dropped to 0 and then back up. So this might be a good day for our fighters. Switching them out might have been had immediate benefits. Now, I had switched them out before the last turn, which was October 13, but there was no air-to-air action over Burma, so I couldn't see the results yet. It looks like we're getting immediate results, though, this turn. We'll see. Maybe I'm talking too soon, which is quite possible. One can hope, right? We're taking only damage right now instead of destroyed, so that's positive. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. If this is a bug, he'll drop to 1 and then he bumps immediately back up, but he loses them again. It's all over the place. I think it's cool. Sometimes you can see the pilot, maybe? Yeah, Crandall F. Underwood GW. Izumida. You can even see sometimes the Japanese pilots. Iwaya? But check this out. We are taking damage, but we're not getting completely shot down. So that makes me feel good. That maybe there is something to this. Let's focus on getting good defensive pilots, and they can last longer and long enough to shoot some of these Japanese fighters down. Mitsumoto. I don't know if I didn't see it. Oh, we did lose a hurricane, but that's just one. Could have been worse. Now, I don't even have anything bombing here. This was just to kind of feel him out, and also to attrit his fighters. I mean, if he's gonna fly long range cap, let's see if we can wear him down. Wow, this guy, this Genoa, he's tenacious. He's got 2 pilots flying this one aircraft? Oh, I see. I don't even know what I'm looking. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't know if it's bugged. Anyway, we're down to 3, he's down to 1. Let's see if... Okay. See, what is going on? Okay, I'm just going to pass this through. Alright, it's 1-6. It could be worse on both sides, but this is incredible results. We'll take it. Alright, and you can see here, we've got more. The idea, again, is just to wear him out. And if he wants to keep flying cap over here, he's going to have to... all these destroyed and damaged fighters that have been covering this, he's going to have to replace them with something else. So I'm going to keep sweeping this, and we'll see if he stops capping it, because he may run out of fighters. That's part of the idea, is just to not only fighters, but get him out of pilots too. All right. See, I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't like it. It takes forever. Let's just knock it out. Okay. This time, we actually had fighters after it was all over. That's a good sign. I really need some long-range fighters to shoot these guys down. In the meantime, I'm not doing anything to protect these just yet. As discussed on October 13, while we were watching that, maybe after as well. I will be aggressively sweeping in the probably this turn, the 15th. Aggressively sweeping and bombing there, especially north of Pegu, probably. Alright, he's definitely getting into my troops here. This is my, this is the 47th Chinese Corps, but he's probably doing that because he's nervous about us getting in there to beat up whatever he's got. Alright, port hits at Buna. See, now we sweep and he has nothing there. Alright, Horn Island. Yeah, getting in that supply. Yeah, you gotta keep Tulagi suppressed. Something got... Oh, maybe hit a sub. Alright, notice he hasn't bombed our ships yet. He may be thinking twice about it because of our cap there at Rangoon. But neither has he swept it or done anything. So, so we'll see. Alright, so it looks like basically that's it. Now we're doing... Oh, that's it for air. I was kind of hoping he had his bombers on anti-shipping so we could shoot some down over Rangoon. But let's get through these bombardments here. I do have an attack up here. Let's see. We'll see how that goes, especially after just now getting bombed. He's doing a deliberate attack here. Oh, I see. Wow, he got all the way up here with these tanks. Oh, I see how he is. And look at this. We're pretty wrecked, and we held it off still. Took no damage. How does he supply that way deep, that far, that deep? Man. Alright. So, bombardment attack at Rangoon. The usual. I don't know why I had to take a second for that. Alright. We're bombarding him here, as usual, of course. And here, Pegu. Okay, see this? The whole 2nd British Division is here now. So we're ready to go in. Now, he has 501. I plan on hitting it with every bomber I can. Even the B-25s, the Liberators, everything, the Blenheims, everything that can reach, even if it's extended range. I plan on hitting this hex, but also with all the fighters in reach, doing sweeps, and we're going to hit this thing hard. Alright, here's us bombarding Tungu. Okay, here's a deliberate attack. I don't know if we're going to how successful this will be, and it's obviously not, because we come in there with a lot of troops, but we do have disruption from his bombers, and he has terrain advantage. So basically we're in for a siege, and he will bomb us to smithereens probably, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. Looks like Tabataoué is now airfield size 4, as well as Akyab. Cox's Bazaar airfield size 5. That's great. Kohima, not so important, but Kalemio, that's good. That means I can put some bombers there, which might help us just this very turn when we need it. Okay, yeah, we'll go around the map and I'll talk about my hopes and my plans for this coming turn, and then I'm gonna sign off and put things in motion, and then we'll oh nice, we got another escort carrier and some decent escorts for it, and can never have enough repair ships. Wow, this is nice. Okay, I'm looking forward to some of these assets. Ooh, submarines. Never can have enough of those either. Take a look at this. 5 to 22. Again, one of those high attrition days where we whittle him down, hopefully a lot. We'll see. I mean, the numbers here are favorable. I just don't know on the pilot level, you know, things like that. All right, let's take a look. All right, 23 to 22, getting better on the reports. Check this out. I didn't even know we shot down that many, but that's great to see. That means he has less fighters. He may want to cover. Look, that may be heavily in our favor, because now for him to cover places like Tungu and his regiment that's out there, 148th or whatever in Burma, and to cover the division that's on the road to Tungu, all those things, he's going to need to replace these Oscars, and now he will have less Oscars to protect. And now we'll go all in, push all the chips into the middle of the table, bomb that divisions to smithereens as much as we can. I believe it's clear. And then we'll launch an attack with everything we have in that hex, and see if we can do it. All right, you can see the numbers here, and I've been rambling about other things. We do lose a Hurricane 2B in just directly in air-to-air combat, but also 3 to ops, and then a Liberator 2 to ops, flying those night missions. All right, it's a shame because there again, those are finite numbers. Pilot losses, 1 killed in action. So again, you can see the fruit of putting the right pilots in the airframes. Ship sunk. Supposedly the I-32. This is sunk before, so I'm not gonna call it sunk. It can stay on here, and that's fine. I'll take the points, and then we did sink this with Mark 14. Great, 21 points there, but I think we're gonna lose 11 because when we find out it was not sunk, the sub. All right. Okay. Let's work our way around the map. It wasn't too long ago for me. Depends on when you see this video. We were talking about preparing an invasion of Tarawa. So that's why I stopped here, is just to kind of reconfirm that we are doing this, pulling an invasion of Tarawa, and the detection level dropped a little bit, and also going to try to get in here to Abamama with our fast transport. Now, moving west, the same thing is kind of true. What we're planning to do here is to try to get a bombardment group going and keep this suppressed, maybe even bombard this as well. I could probably use battleships here and cruisers here, but both, maybe I don't need to look for mines here, because if he had mines, this sub would probably be sunk. So I'm gonna continue we don't have much detection here. We've got a lot here. I may look at... No, this is my main concern here. I'm just going to keep looking at this. But we're looking, I think, at all three of these bases, yes. You can see the damage... no. The damage here is significant, but is repairing. So we'll have to shift gears to knock out Port Moresby. And then moving on up the map. If anything stands out, I'll try to stop and check it out. But I don't see anything there in the Dutch East Indies. Okay, right now these guys are safely... Hey, no one even spotted them. So we're just going to cruise on over to Colombo. This is unspotted and should safely get there. Now, if he really wanted to, he could have a sub pursue this. We're going so slow, he could stay on us. But we've got 3 heavily damaged ships together. Hey, let's take a look at Akyab while we're here. The fires are down to 21. That's an improvement. Let's see if we can save this ship. I'm gonna keep it here, and we'll see how we do. Cross our fingers. Meanwhile, the Royal Sovereign should be okay. It's going to take a long time to repair this, though, because of the 28 Major. That's going to take a long time. It's going to be in the shipyard for a bit. And then we've got 3 other ships that need to be in the same shipyard. So we're going to have to figure out, probably I'll send the Royal Sovereign and the Illustrious. I don't know, how much can Bombay repair? Where is it? I mean, if it's on this page, it's not standing out to me. It's probably, if I were to watch someone else play this, I would say it's right there. But you certainly can look at it here. The capacity is only 20,000. And really, I think Colombo is the best place to go, but that's only 40, right? So probably what I'll do is I'll take the battleships. The Hermes should fit quite nicely. 17K. And this Illustrious should also fit. 23. Oh, man. Alright, probably what I'll do is, I don't know. I'll juggle, but I may get the have the battleships just go to Cape Town. They're gonna take forever, but otherwise they're gonna sit here waiting for their turn. Although I guess I could be doing I could be repairing them the non-major damage. 32,000 and 31. I'll probably, it's fine. I've got several battleships backing them up. I can probably send 2 battleships to Cape Town and go from there. Because Hermes is badly... I could probably send Hermes and Griffin up to Bombay and repair there, and put the Illustrious in at Colombo. Maybe I'll do that. Anyway, we definitely have some damaged ships, that's for sure. These guys are supposed to be... See, they can't even dock because there's just too many of these. But why are there too many? Because I wanted to make enough to be worth it. So let's... How much do we have? This is what I like to do. So we have 55,000 tonnage. And I think 48 is the max. Yeah. So basically we just got to get a couple of these Which one's bigger? 3,700, 3050. So these are the bigger ones. I'm gonna have to pull two of them out. So let's form a new task force. Cargo. Not full refuel. And okay. Unload. Dock. Okay, what I'll do is as these unload, I'll probably separate them off and let them go back. Well, he might set bombing and just like make it go max up to here to avoid my cap. I don't know. But like I say, now the next project is to combine this, well, the 16th British Brigade. You know, you haven't left yet. Let's cancel. We're going to attack with everyone. Combat. Deliberate attack, everyone. And like I said, well, let's combine this, by the way. All right. And see this? We've got 847 assault strength. He's got, this is only two, this is maybe not even 2 to 1. Let's look at it. But it's clear. We have tanks here. And I plan to bomb this, like I said, with everything. And I'll even maybe, yeah, add these vengeances. I mean, everything. Probably get these vengeances in on the action. 5, 6, nope, too far. But, shoot, I don't have this up and running yet. But I would be willing to really overstack this. Let's see. 5 of 5. I can't really get any more in here. This would work. Yeah. So I'll bring these vengeances over here, and we'll hit this from here. These vengeances will hit from here. We'll set like basically, if I have to, I'll bring Blenheims here because this is 10. Oof. Oh wait, I moved him to Mandalay, but we've got some Blenheims here. 9 and Hudson's is 11. Hudson's are fine. 11. Yeah, the Hudson's can fly from here where they're at. I don't want to tire them out. And for that matter, I mean, look, this won't help the Blenheims anymore. Hang on, let's look at this. Okay, Akyab is air capacity 4 now. And we can put... yeah, I'll move the Blenheims here. Yeah, we can do this. We can make this happen. We'll move... I mean, the Hudsons can stay where they're at. The Liberators, everything can stay where they're at. Except for the Blenheims. We'll move to Akyab. And the planes that are here are fine. We can use everybody. And we'll just sweep and bomb with everything. Just right here. And we'll break through this. Okay? This is going to park here. Holding the line. Because he has troops coming, I think, unless that's like an indicator of, unless that just looks like he's moving this way, and maybe it's a piece of the map, like a rail. I don't know what this is. I'm worried that he's coming this way, so I feel like I have to park this guy here and hold. We're sliding this way with this, which is the worst unit to move this way. But that's okay. We've got other troops also on their way. Okay. All right. So I know I'm doing a lot of stuff that I probably would do off the video or after I'm done recording, but I'm thinking about it as I'm doing it, so I might as well. So here's what's happening. We're holding here, we're holding here, we're trying to get across in here and to knock this guy out. I'm going to bring another infantry unit to do the same. They should move a lot faster to get in here. We've got armor coming here to block if he's coming this way. They should get there quickly. Actually, they're going to get there this next turn. And in fact, I can just flip it to combat. He'll slide into it, and if he comes across, he'll shock attack into armor. And these guys will be here also the end of this turn. And if he's coming here, I'll shock attack. And so either direction, he's going to shock attack into armor. And here's our HQs following behind. And actually, they're trying to cut this corner. And I'm going to let them. I know usually I override. I don't know, though. That's a lot of motorized. Is that going to be slow? I don't know. The problem with going here, right, is that it still takes like a week. Well, it doesn't take a week. No, it takes 4 days. 4 days. That's 8. Or does it? And then what if it takes only 8 to come across here? I might just leave it and see. In fact, the guys who were scheduled to prom, let's experiment. Let's go this way. So both these HQs will their objective is to come through here. But I'm going to see if one goes this way and one goes this way, which one is quicker, because that'll give me an idea for these follow-up units which way I want them to go. See, more artillery, more Indian units. We've got even more behind. So we're going to be pushing hard against this base. But anyway, so he opened the roadway. You could see here. He opened the roadway here. But we're going to do an attack. And if we knock him out, it'll be moot that he has this open. And like I say, we're going to just bomb this with everything. Bombers here. All 4 of these squadrons. In fact, let's just do this. Okay. Maybe not the Lysanders, but all 3 of those. We're gonna bring, not those, but we're gonna bring the Vengeance ones here. We're gonna use these Vengeance ones. I know there's only 6 because I wasted them. There's gonna be these 5 bomber groups. All targeting, and maybe I'll bring some from the rear. I don't know yet. No, probably not. Maybe these. How good are they? Oh, these guys are focusing on nav, so never mind. Although I can just swap out the pilots. I'll think about that because that's 12 more bombers to use. All right. Yeah, that's going to be pretty intense. Meanwhile, this was stymied, our attack here, and so we're automatically just sitting in defensive posture. I'm going to divide the unit. Well, let's rebuild it. Let's not do anything. I was going to bombard, but we're going to have supply issues. Let's just hold off. But he's got his armor here, a small, tiny unit. We're holding so far 4 assault strength. Oof. And I don't have anybody heading that way, but I can. Okay. And any infantry are going to be moving slow, so we should be able to get there before his. He can probably attack again, but all right, let's build that back up, I guess. Okay. That's that. I think I've covered the important stuff as usual, or as usual. I assume that we'll see. I'll try to cover things, or remember to cover things next time that got dropped. I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be dumping tons of supplies here, literally and figuratively, and then eventually we'll be able to open up from stockpiling. We'll be able to open this up and let supplies flow out and up these roads into other bases. But first, I feel like I need to secure this hex, because otherwise, at any time, this supply trickling up can get cut off. But also, I just don't want to release the supply. Well, I guess holding it here, if I'm holding 20k, it should be okay, right? So I'll let it as it unloads. If it wants to go up the road, it can. Because it looks like we should be able to have clear line all the way up. Fill up some of these bases, because I do need supplies up in here to build these bases up properly, especially Mandalay. Lashio isn't so much of a problem right now. I don't know. Maybe because I still have bombers here, I should stockpile here as well. Anyway, I don't know for sure how I need to allocate these supplies, but whoops. But again, we've got like almost 60,000 supplies. So as I unload here, it can go up the road. Stockpiles a little bit here, not a stockpile, but All right. We also still have this 48,000, which I was hoping would get on this road and up to these bases here. All right, I'm gonna end it here. We're gonna see how epic this turn is. He does have 95 fighters here. I don't know where he's gonna use them. He may have them all here, but I doubt it. Let's see how it goes. Let's do this. But you can see all the fighters sitting here. They're going to be in on it. Even these martlets, I'll commandeer them for the army, and we'll go in. If he hits this, he hits it. He's going to take a man. Maybe the martlets will stay here, but everybody else, because the martlets can hopefully fight off whatever bombers he's got. But everybody else is sweeping. These guys are sweeping. We're going to bring in some air units from Mandalay to sweep, from Akyab to sweep, anything that can reach. And if I have to, I'll relocate them to places that can reach. We have some excess air aviation support here that I can pack it in. See, we got plenty of base administration here. So yeah, we're gonna just, like I said earlier, push all the chips to the middle of the table, and let's do this. Now the only thing is, let's cross our fingers that the sweeps go in for two things. Sweeps go in first, and all on the same segment, air operations segment, and that is whether it's AM or PM, that everybody goes. Let's see, bad weather indicators. There are no bad weather indicators over here, so maybe we can do this. All right, everyone, take care. We'll see how it goes next time. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.